Hello, good morning. Yeah,
Hello.
how are you?
Good morning. I'm good. How are you?
Good. I'm good. Thank you.
Good, good.
Hey, you know what? I think you know that feedback we had before.
Mm-hmm. Is there?
Yeah, it's not like the track, but there's some sound. But
That
it will
must be my computer's. The other one is worse, so I don't touch it
okay,
anymore.
that's fine. So we'll carry on. So good morning. Welcome to Auntie Yaa'S Book Corner. We are here at our new time, 11 a.m. Mountain Standard Time, 1 p.m. Eastern, and 6 p.m. GMT and BST. Yes, we changed the time because some of us need the rest. Actually, it's more relaxing at this time. You take your time in the
You don't have
morning
to
and
rush. Yeah.
yeah, you don't have to rush. And I mean, I was up early, but I just lay around doing this and that. Yeah.
Yeah.
So we welcome you. So our time has changed. It's 11 a.m. Mountain Standard going forward, 1
Let me
p.m.
see.
Eastern.
Ooh. I wanted to share before you start sharing.
Oh, okay.
That's why I was,
Mm,
but I've minimized it. Yeah. Go ahead.
okay.
Mm.
So I'm going to start by, I hear myself. There's this echo. Oh, goodness.
Did
Are
it
you
just start?
on the platform? Let us know if you are hearing us okay, because I'm getting feedback. So on Saturdays, we do our Facebook Live, as in today. Then we do the beauty lessons with your favorite auntie. There's Own It with your own ornithologist and Queen of Own It. And then there's Reflections for my first book, which is Reflections for a Thirsty Soul. I do the question of the day sometimes. There's Auntie Yaa'S nuggets that apply to our daily lives that I share about. There's also Pearls of Wisdom. It's a passage from the Bible of about 10 to 20 minutes. Also, nuggets as they apply to our daily living. A word with you is less than a minute long, and it's something that you take with you for the day. It's also from the Bible. Then I have my unapologetic self, which is from my fifth book that will be coming up this year. I've also started Auntie Ya's book club, a book read. Last week I did 3 videos on that, so you might want to go back and look for it on this platform. And there's Auntie Ya's Own It Academy. We provide book publishing and coaching services. Your story is never boring. Don't think that it is. Just take that journey and write your story. Yeah, have you started?
Oh, yeah. No, I started last year actually, so I'm
Okay, good. There's life
pushing
coaching
on.
as well. I haven't seen the financial post though. There's life
Mm.
coaching, women empowerment that we provide. As well, I have 2 other pages, Beauty for Woman's Heart and All for Its Glory, that you can follow. So with that, yeah, I'm going to go and share, and then you can have your chat, and we'll be back to start today's topic.
Okay. Hi, everyone, and thanks for joining us today. Um, today, our topic is an interesting one. It is, oh, I've forgotten how we put it, but it's more like, is, oh, yeah. This is the broad topic that we're doing for this year. I mean, the second one, right? We're
Yes,
done
second
with the
series.
first one. So the second series, demystifying some cultural and religious myths. So it is interesting. And today it's going to be the question is marriage and childbirth the only badge of honor for us as women? Because it's always the women that have issues or we're judged harshly than the men are most of the time or all the time.
Mhm.
Yeah. So that's what we're going to be doing today. Are you done?
Yes.
Oh wow, that was fast. Yeah,
Well,
so I'll hand over to Auntie. Yeah.
yes. You share to you're not it's not everywhere that you're welcome, so you have to be careful. Enemies and haters abound. So
Right.
very sad, but sadly that's what goes on in our community. So yes, so we
Funny.
The
Share.
broad topic is demystifying some cultural and religious myths. These are just things that we grew up with that we've accepted. And I thought about putting it this way because, we have this situation where when, a lot of us have moved from where we are from to come live here. And are we changing anything? Are we changing some of these cultural and religious myths that we were raised with? I've said in the past that I took some of the values from the society in which I live now,
Mm-hmm.
put the good ones, put the bad ones away, dispose of the bad ones from my community, held on to the good ones. And so then you find that certain things just have not changed.
Yeah.
We still carry on. So, hence the broad topic demystifying some cultural and religious myths. So, we'll be talking about various topics over the coming weeks. But today's topic is marriage and childbirth the only badge of honor for women?
Yeah.
So, we will start by asking, what is honor anyway? Take it away.
Oh, yeah. Honor is esteem, respect. You know, in the Bible we're told to honor our parents, show respect or um yeah, I guess that's it. Like it's
Hmm.
esteem how you also worth also.
Hmm.
It has to do with worth, esteem, respect, and when you come to the patriotic side, it's like sacrificing is
Hmm.
a kind of honor, you know, integrity and commitment. But yeah, so that is honor.
Yeah.
So yeah.
I kind of have the same definitions you have, like high respect, great esteem,
Hmm.
right? And
Hmm.
also, it symbolizes recognition and privilege. And what you said about, I saw a definition online about the army. They define honor as a matter of carrying out, acting, and living the values of respect, duty, loyalty, selfless service,
Right.
integrity, and personal courage.
Right.
But so in this case, it's like, I would like to think that women are held in high honor because
Mm.
women are responsible for life. They
Yes.
giving birth, procreate. Of course, we do it with men,
Right.
but when you nurture children, you if you do get married, you become a wife, so you become a helpmeet to somebody to
Yes.
build their life together.
Right.
And so, the big question that I would like to ask is: in our society, are women held in high honor?
I would say no, we're not. We're not held in high honor at all. Like,
Hmm.
because we're seen as second, not even second, like we're seen as low class. Let
Hmm.
me put it that way. Because if um we're not expected to voice our opinions, we are not expected to, I mean, uh do what will fulfill you. I mean,
Hmm.
then I don't think we're seen as um a gender to honor. It's like
Hmm.
you have to do what um the male population says. Or
Yes.
yeah, that's like generally that's what
Hmm.
the feeling or the that I get from how
Yeah.
women are perceived to be, you know.
Yeah. I would like to say the same thing or think the same way because of what I see around me.
Right.
You see, there's something that is called the script. I call it the script. When you
Yes.
were talking, there's expectations on women,
Yeah.
but these expectations are, I get the feeling that any woman in our community should be a good cook. That's what's expected of you. You should be a good wife,
Yeah.
be a good woman. Sometimes when you are speaking, you hear comments like, "Oh, you a woman and you are talking like that." How is a woman supposed to talk? Is a woman not supposed to have an opinion? So, the lack of respect. I
Yes.
was telling you before we started the live, yeah, that when you go on social media, especially TikTok, and you
Mhm.
go to the platforms of our community members and you listen to what they are saying and how they talk to women, it is so, so sad, so disrespectful. And what saddens me is that these women, some of them sit there and take it, or they also respond back with insults. But why is it that a man is supposed to be held in high honor, but they can't give that same regard to a woman? Because after all, you, the man, you came from a woman.
Exactly.
There's some who do, but I think it's, when we're talking, we may come across like we're saying everybody, but there are some who are very decent. They know how to
Yes.
treat. But what are the percentages? If we are to look at the percentages, we'll be very shocked or surprised at how low it is.
Yeah. Yeah. It is.
Even the other time I saw something, I forget what I was reading, but some woman saying, "Oh, her daughter make the food and then she'll go and serve her older brother." And I was tempted to write, but doesn't the older brother also learn how to cook for himself? So,
Well, even that doesn't even look as bad as you having to even serve your younger ones. And I'm not saying
mhm,
younger brothers who are not capable, I mean,
mhm,
who are so young that you have to take care of them. Younger
mhm,
brothers who are old enough to be able to do it, but they are not expected to do it, you
mhm,
know, because you're the girl in the family. So
mhm.
you're supposed to do certain things and they are not. And you're not held to the same expectations
Yes,
as well, you know?
yes.
Yeah.
So in this case, like, how has it? I guess this is the lack of honor for women in the community has led to a situation where even women get pitted against each other, because
Yes.
there's some who have taken it upon themselves that no, they are here on this earth. They also have a purpose. They'll
Yes.
speak up, they'll live out their best life. And because you don't fit the collective
Script.
script, you have other women come and bash you.
Yeah. Yeah.
So it's a machinery that is very much hello message. Wow.
Hello. Ooh,
We'll give you a prize.
the tables have turned.
I think this is a good time for Miss Sage.
Yes,
Oh, yeah,
yes,
thank
yes,
you for
yes.
coming. We're just
Hi.
teasing you. So yeah, I mean, it's like I don't understand, right? Like this is what it is, but for me, I'll relate my personal experience. Okay, I come from a family of five girls. At least my father's children with my mom were five girls.
Right.
Okay, so the other day, I forget who I was talking to. I don't know if it was Pastor P or somebody, and I made this comment listening to some live, and I said, you know what? When I think about it, my parents did well because they made sure that they educated us. We went
Right.
to good schools, this and that. But you kind of take it for you don't think about it because in our community you don't think much. You don't go deep. You just
Right.
take it like, oh, I'm here and this has happened to me. But later on you realize, wow, because of what we are talking about, a culture that
Mhm.
does not really honor women. Women have a specific role that they expected to play, and that's about the size of it. So
Right.
for me, for an Ashanti man to put his five daughters through the best schools, and I shouldn't even have to put it that way, but I'm just saying it that way for, you know, so it's and I didn't even realize it till he passed away. And my mom's cousin came to visit, and she's sitting in the living room. She makes the comment, "Oh, education was very important to this man." And oh, boom, the light bulb went on for me.
Right.
So for me, I figure that if you have kids, boys and girls, they are equally important. Your duty as a parent is to prepare them for life. You
Yes.
don't dishonor your daughters by telling them that this is what is expected of them. They are lesser than your male kids. They are only here to serve the male. They are
Hmm.
here for a purpose. There's something that they are on this earth to do, and they also better be doing it. So, honor is a big thing that we need to go back to the drawing board. The way that women are being treated and spoken to and insulted all over social media by men.
Mm.
You have mothers, you have wives. So if I see a man talking like that, I go, okay, how are your sisters doing? How
Hmm.
is your mother doing? How is your wife doing? Is this what they
Yeah.
get from you? So it's a problem. Mm. Yeah. Any other comments about honor?
And not no.
Okay.
It will come up as we go on.
Later. Okay.
And you did say 15 minutes to remind you.
Oh, okay. Is it? Oh, to put in the links?
Yeah.
Wow. The time has already gone.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So today, this is an interactive discussion that we are having. So I'm going to put, oh, okay.
Yeah, really quick. Just about.
I've put the links in the chat if you want to come on and share your opinions.
I
So
saw.
Sister Joy is saying, I've been sitting here waiting for you to
Oh,
come. Just about to WhatsApp you. I'm surprised I did not get
so she didn't get.
notification. That is strange. Oh my goodness. Sorry to
Um,
hear that. I
I
don't know
guess
what
that.
happened. Mm-hmm.
Hmm.
Because yeah, okay, so we'll go on to the next one then. So we've talked about honor, what honor is, and then we asked the question that um, are women in our community honored?
Right.
And if you've just come on the broad topic, the series that we're starting today is demystifying some cultural and religious myths that we grew up with.
Yeah.
And so we're asking the question, is marriage and childbirth the only badge of honor for women? We've gone over honor. And so relating to whether marriage and childbirth is being the only badge of honor for women, we're going to go to the traditional role of women back in those days. Why, you know, what was the role of the woman at the time, you know? So yeah.
Yes. I was looking at our culture and what was expected, and
Mhm.
surprisingly, I also found out that the Western culture started from there, but they moved on.
Yes,
It's just
yes.
that we are failing to move on, and I don't know why.
Hmm.
May- You know, maybe the difference is the women. I don't know. I don't know how they moved on from there. Maybe it was the marches and the demonstrations or whatever. I don't know
Yes.
how, but we don't do that. I don't think there's ever been a women's march in Ghana, like protesting, or I'm sure you'll be insulted so much.
Yes, yes.
But yeah, but so in the beginning, the setting was different. The
Hmm.
man went out to work for the family, and the woman was expected
Hmm.
to bear an heir,
Hmm.
you know, for the family, you know. So the woman was expected to be giving birth and then taking care of the children and the man who was going out to bring whatever it is, food, money, whatever it is for the family. And that system sounds okay if
Hmm.
that is the main purpose of the woman on earth, and you've taken it as your main purpose on earth is to procreate and take care of whatever you've brought to the world. But okay, I'm not going to go there. I think that's in a different one. Okay,
Okay.
so yeah, so I would say that is how the culture or the main idea behind a
Hmm.
woman taking care of things, and you have to know how to cook if you're going to be cooking for your family, right? You can't you can't not know how to cook and poison your family. So you take care of the home. That was your job. So you
Hmm.
clean, you cook, and all that. Uh, so that has been taken. uh,
Overboard.
yes, we're failing to progress and look at
Yes.
situations and change whatever it was before.
Mhm.
Yeah.
I'll read Nanarab. Hello, Nanaraba. She says, wow, today's topic is going to help me greatly in a project. Awesome. Wonderful. Greetings from Gwe. Auntie Ya, you looking younger and younger. Yes. Refuse to grow.
That's good.
No, I mean, we are
So is
grown,
she
but
graduating this
sorry.
year? I said, is she graduating this year? Nana
Um,
Rabbi, are you
I'm not.
graduating? Let us know.
Yeah, I'm not sure. Sister Joy says, I feel there are a lot of misconceptions and misunderstanding of traditional role of a woman in our society communities. It's a means to suppress one particular gender without any growth. Thank you. Adjoa will come to that point. You know,
Hmm.
yeah, you made a very important point, and I had to write it down so I don't forget it about, you know, when I was doing my research, I saw that too. It used
Right.
to be like that in the, developed countries now,
Yeah.
but
Yeah.
women fought and they've moved on.
Right.
So when I was telling you that I'm listening to these men and women discussions, especially on TikTok, and how the men talk to the women,
Hmm.
and that is the important point that you raised that has jogged my mind. I ask
Right.
myself that if we in 2023, a man thinks that a woman is nothing and has to be utterly disrespected in a
Yeah.
public space because of how you view them culturally,
Yeah.
and then most of the time the conversations that they are having is about, you know, bedroom affairs and this and that. And so I ask myself, is this the state of the nation? Is this
Mm.
our mindset? No wonder we are not making any progress. That is all. Mhm. Oh, hello, Joel. Thanks for joining us. He says, I think it is an honor that women have the opportunity to raise the future generation, both males and females. There's nothing wrong with cooking for your family. There's
We
definitely
never
nothing wrong
said.
with it.
Yep.
But the expectation is that that is all that you do. Like if you're in a situation where both of you are working, there's nothing wrong with people helping each other out. Cooking is okay, but sometimes
Exactly.
you can decide to go eat outside too. I don't think we said that there's anything wrong with it per se, but maybe you can clarify further why you made what the statement means, because I'm not sure how um, you got that point. Mhm. So for me, it's very disturbing. I find it very disturbing that we cannot be respectful and we insult women. Even I saw somebody pose a picture of a woman posing, turning around, and the man's voice saying that, oh, he doesn't know what he would do if he married a woman who did not have a big bum. And I'm thinking, is
Mm.
that the way we think in this
It.
day and age? When people yesterday I saw a news clipping. I didn't pay attention to it. I was distracted. But you know what it said? They were talking about medical services being offered in space now that people are going to space. So you see where people's minds are.
Yeah.
Because if people are paying to go on trips to whatever, they need medical staff to come along and provide some services to them. So
Exactly.
mindset, there's things going on. Little kids, young people being so creative. And
Hmm.
all we know is to put the other gender down just to feed some insecurities or ego problems that we may be
Yeah.
having. I'm not
Yeah.
understanding it. Yes. Okay, I have a few comments. Mr. Joa says, I always say that anything man made can be changed. The mere idea that one gender can use despicable method to dominate another is wrong. Exactly that. Oh, hello, Brother Brian. Wow, you've popped up. Thanks for joining us. It's been a while. Sister Nanara says, as far as I'm concerned, the woman is a helpmeet. We are here to help wherever we are that we can help. Messia, yes, I'm done and graduating after my project work goes through.
Hey,
Awesome.
congratulations.
Ayadze. Ayadze, papa. My fancy has come.
Ah.
Miko school will great.
Oh.
Yeah, I was at Kivat. So
Mm.
that's my person. So for me, what I have is like the role of a woman. Even now, I don't think it was just back in the day, still today. You're a wife. I remember when I was in one of the churches, I don't remember was I a women's leader or not at the time, but some
Mm-hmm.
play that I did, and I was talking about all these different roles that women have to play. You're a wife, you're a partner, you're an organizer, you're a disperser. Why a disperser? Mother, artist, administrator, director, recreator, economist, disciplinarian, health officer, queen. But do some even get to be queens? Yes.
No.
You're the primary caretaker of children and elders in every country. Women are the, you know, um, we live far away, so we are not really close to that situation. But you know that a lot of our colleagues talk about, oh, the care of their elderly parents. Are the
Right.
people going in a home? Are they coming to live with them? You hear them, talking about the challenges they are facing,
Mm-hmm.
siblings having to help
Take
each other to,
turns.
yeah,
Yeah. Yeah.
exactly. So, yeah. But then in any community, they said three main roles of women: reproductive, productive, and community managing. Are we stuck at the reproductive?
Yes, we
Are we
are.
are we doing productive and community managing? I mean, I'm I'm just hoping,
Community. I don't know.
yeah, I'm just hoping we'll come to a situation where women will begin to be seen in a greater light than currently, because we have a lot of situations in relationships where it's both ways. Both men and women are doing things to each other, but the
Mm-hmm.
conversation here is about the is marriage and childbirth being the only badge of honor for a woman, is what we are talking about. Yeah. So it's Ajua says the practice and ideas depict women as object based on some of the characteristics displayed on social media, some family homes, in my opinion. Exactly, the objects. You are
Mm-hmm.
just a chattel. There's no regard for you. This is your use. This is how I see you. So I'll address you as such. I
Yeah.
know of a man who made a comment that, oh, as for me, I don't care if my wife is a judge. Your office is the kitchen. So that tells you a lot. Mhm.
Exactly.
Yeah. Nanaraba says, yes, the school of choice. Very is looming. Truth and light. We are the brightest of them all.
Yes, you're
Hallelujah.
right.
So, yeah. Okay. Do you have anything? That's the traditional role, but
Yeah.
we're going to ask the question what it means to be a woman today. Before we go on, um, the link is in
Deadly.
the chat if you want to come and give your opinion. It's an interactive program today, but we let's be conscious also of our time. We stick to an hour and a quarter at best. So we encourage you to come on and share your opinions, 2 to 4 minutes if you want to. Thank you. So yes, what it means to be a woman today. Yeah, take it away.
Yeah. As I was saying that things have changed, conditions have changed. The woman is also going out there, you know, to work and support the family as well, or to as a helpmate. She's also going out there. So it looks like her job has doubled if
Hmm.
things don't change, which in most situations or in most homes, it hasn't changed because the man will come back home and just sit down and wait. Some do that. There are a lot of For our generation, there are a lot of men, I do give them that, who have changed their perception. Even those who are not in the diaspora, who are in Ghana,
Hmm.
they've changed their perception. But for the most part, um, the woman is still expected to come back home and do everything else, as in home management, cook, clean, and take care of the kids, and also help financially, which does not make any sense at all, because if
Hmm.
we are the helpmates, are the head of the home, and you want to be seen as such. So how come I'm getting more responsibility than you are? It doesn't make any sense. And that is where sometimes, and it's a natural thing, women lose respect for men. And we're not talking about women who work and have more money than the man.
No.
That is a different thing. But if you have to go out together, come back, and you can't help me, definitely there will be some resentment, and respect will be lost,
Mm-hmm.
especially if the woman knows their worth. Some, because they don't just want to lose the marriage, they are not happy, but they don't want to get the stigma of being divorced, or, you know, they just stick by it, feel less off, because it can feel demeaning sometimes when you're
Mm-hmm.
being treated that way. But um, if you know your worth, one, and then two, if you have a vision of, or a vision or a goal, or you know what you're on earth to accomplish, because it can't just be having a family and going and just the grind. We
Mm-hmm.
are all here for specific things that if you search, you would know what you're here on earth for. That when you do, it will give you fulfillment. It will help your community around as well. I mean, people
Mm-hmm.
around you, because we can't just think about um, just what we get from the world, but we should also think about what we're given to it. So
Mm-hmm.
if you think about it that way, then yeah.
Yeah. Okay, thanks. Miss Sage has put a very important comment here. That's why I left it on. It says a woman should be honored as a fellow human being, period.
Hmm.
Just period. You know, um, I don't think just because maybe you married her, you went to, you paid a dowry for her, does not mean that she has become your property.
Hmm.
There should be mutual respect and regard on both sides, man to woman, woman to man. And if we really understand, a lot of us got married in the church, and there's biblical principles that are quoted during these ceremonies. If we really understood what we were being told during the marriage ceremonies, we wouldn't have these difficulties that we're having. But then the cultural factor comes in. If you've just come on, we're starting a new series today, demystifying some cultural and religious myths. And the topic is marriage and childbirth the only badge of honor for women? So we've talked about what is honor, the traditional role of a woman, and then we're talking about what it means to be a woman today. So yes, going to that, if you understood it, then you would have no reason to treat a woman badly. But because of the cultural factors of how we've been raised, that a woman is supposed to serve and the man, I'm not sure, it's just the culture. You have to get married at all costs.
Hmm.
Marriage is a woman's honor. Our you when you yam this and that. So even when you are not married, you get treated a different way than when you are married. Yes. Let me read these comments and then I'll carry on. Nanaraba says, what it means to be a woman today. We are the Proverbs 31 woman doing our best and impacting lives to the extent that the man is respected at the gates. The downside is that some men have become Nabal to their Abigail. God will deal with them, pa. Thank you. If you ask me, there's just too many Nabals. That is the problem. Hmm. Uh, Nanyan, we are equal before God. Fact that the man was made class prefect doesn't mean he's not a student. I beg.
Oh my God, that's a new
Nana, but
one
you won't
for
kill
me.
me today. No, seriously, in all seriousness, if
Yeah,
you give
yeah.
regard, you see, we hear things like, oh, submit, submit. They never talk about the scripture that comes after that. You're also expected to love the woman and
Hmm.
all that. But if you love a woman, it's so easy for her to submit. Nobody thinks about that. It's not an issue. If you are loving your wife, treating her well, doing this, doing that, she wouldn't think about it. There's no struggle. But we forget that angle and the cultural side of, oh, Bema Kukuti, so every time you want to You want to enforce your authority on the woman, like, boom, she should obey you. If she doesn't obey you, you are going outside. And like, yeah, you were saying before, some are in marriages, they are not happy, but they are there because they have to have the badge of honor.
Yeah.
But if you know yourself that you're also a human being created in God's image, you're on this earth to serve a purpose. You
Mm-hmm.
are together in the relationship, all things being equal. You sat down together, you plan things together. A man should not have to be insecure about his wife going out to accomplish something.
Yeah.
Neither should a woman. There's women too who are insecure. They don't want their husbands to do anything. It goes
Yeah.
both ways,
Yeah. True.
right? And for me, I'm not sure. Like, when it says being a woman today, it's like being able to be powerful and assert yourself at the same time being kind, right? You're being compassionate and vulnerable to others, and then you strive for your goals, even in the face of adversity. Listen, there was a woman that I saw on Lizzie Mayface program. She had a child and then she came to meet this guy. She has had 3 kids with the guy. The guy, she doesn't even know where the guy is right now. The guy is not treating her well. The guy told her to send her child away. And okay, why are you in this place?
Mm.
Why are you there? Like, it's totally so disrespectful. Which culture are we talking about? Because from what I know about African culture, women have always been like the queen ant or termite, always protected by the head, always seen as the most valuable. I think it is religion that has infiltrated the culture. Mm. And then Nana Harba says, Auntie Yaa'S, verse 21 says that we should submit to one another. Oh, that scripture in Ephesians 5:21 to 33 has the man doing more crap, but they always dwell on the woman submitting. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. Um,
The
Joel
culture.
Ayim,
Yeah.
I'm seeing the comment that you've written, and judging by your last name, I'll assume that you are from Ghana, where we are from. And you and I both know that, I mean, this is what it's supposed to be, but it is not. That is the reality. And it goes both ways. Some of it is the men's fault, some of it is the women, but basically, the woman is treated a certain way. Even just by, like, you sit on social media and listen to conversations and you hear men insulting women, you know, doing all kinds of things, and you go, what? Is that the value that is placed? If we're supposed to be queens, why are we being spoken to that way? Right? So it's I don't know. We are discussing.
Yeah.
So yeah, any other
Yeah.
comments,
And uh,
Banners?
well, the culture thing, it's the way of life. So maybe there's something written that says that we are queens and stuff, but it's the actual way of life doesn't depict it. And it
Yes.
starts even from the household, from the family, and then goes
Mhm.
out to the community. So uh, that's it.
Hey, we are sure, huh?
Yeah, maybe
So
that's how it's supposed to be, but it's not.
yeah,
So
yeah,
yeah,
yeah.
yeah, and it does start from the household actually.
Hmm.
So
So yeah, basically, what time is it? Banners. I'm going to go to what it means to be a woman today. You should have, okay, like, this is how I look at it. I found this too, right?
hmm
Um, the basic premise underlying what we're doing is to empower people, especially women. So I'm going to something that I found and I wrote down. When you look at a low value woman, it says they don't have any option or choice. They like whatever you like. They have no passion for anything. They are not driven. They are not motivated. They are not career minded. They may be dissatisfied. They may have a victim mentality, and then they have no responsibility for their actions. So there's people sitting in marriages where they think that that is the only expectation of them in life. There's nothing wrong with marriage, there's nothing wrong with childbirth, but it is the way, the culture, the environment is enforced. There's so much pressure on people. Oh, when are you getting married? Oh, you are married, you haven't had a child yet, and people are talking your business because we have no filters, we have no boundaries, right?
Mm-hmm.
Intruding on people's, causing people emotional pain because maybe somebody has been striving for how many years to have a child, and you in 1 second you go say something to wound them because
Mm.
in your mind you think that your importance on this earth is by being having a ring on your finger or having a child. You know what? Yeah, there's a Christian program that I used to watch years ago. It's
Mm.
been a while, and I started watching it again these last 2 days.
Yeah.
And I remember there was a lady on there years ago when they'll talk about marriages, they'll be talking about praying, waiting on the Lord, this and that. When they have those discussions, I listened intently. So I knew that she was waiting, right?
Right.
When I've seen her this last time, there's no ring on her finger still. But has she given up? I don't know her story, but all I said is, oh, this lady, she's still, from what I'm judging,
Yes.
right? From what I see, she's still unmarried. Has she given up? She's come to her job and she's talking. They host the program, so she's there doing her job. So sometimes things may happen. You may want to and it doesn't happen, but because the culture is so groomed that so programmed that
Yeah.
way,
Yeah.
it becomes a burden to people. People are dying inside because of some of these pressure, the shame and the guilt. That's what we are talking about. So
Yes.
if you're on this earth, is it that like if I'm a woman and I don't
And
have
I'm
a
not
child and
married.
I'm not married, then I'm not a human being? No, I don't think so.
I guess
Well, okay. Thanks for the
you should
research.
come on and
Yeah,
tell us
come on
what
and
you
come
know
and talk
because
because
it
we
looks
don't
like you're talking about I don't know what
research
you're
and
talking about.
reality. Yeah, you know what? Uh, so yeah, it's okay. So I'm going to talk about the high value woman.
Mm-hmm.
She knows her real value. She's highly desirable, highly valued, self-confident, deep sense of their self-worth, self-esteem, dedicated to learning more, prioritizes self-care, and they are authentic. These are the people who get insulted in the communities because
Yeah.
they dare to know who they are, they dare
Mm-hmm.
to have goals. Why can't we embrace that vision of life? Like, yeah, you said in the developed countries, they used to be like us, but they moved on. So these
Yeah.
days, it is not strange.
Yeah.
It is in this environment that you find somebody who's a doctor and maybe their husband is a cleaner and they are okay together
Yeah.
because the understanding is there. We
Yeah.
haven't even progressed to that point. I just says for another country or him.
Hours.
Hello, Sister
Hi.
Wonderful. How are you? Nice to have you on.
Yes.
Lunchtime Talks is greeting you. Please patronize that platform. So yeah,
Has she
as that
started again?
sorry.
Has she started again?
She comes on. I listened to something yesterday, and I think she came on this morning while we were sleeping.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
All right.
So yeah. So basically, if you have come on, we're talking about demystifying some cultural and religious myths. Is child and marriage is marriage and childbirth the only badge of honor for women? And then we say what is honor, traditional role, what it means to be a woman today. So yeah, we've talked about some of that. So let's answer the question: is marriage and childbirth an accomplishment? So basically, we said earlier that the link is in the chat. We have a time constraint. We are an hour. We go up to 12 or a little bit after 12. So if you want to come share your opinions, certainly, Mr. Joel Ayim, you can come on and chat with us so that we get more clarity.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, you
Yeah.
know,
Hmm.
marriage is a good thing. It's a beautiful thing when it works properly.
Yeah.
Respect, honor. If there's understanding, you
Yeah.
talk to each other, you communicate, you honor, you respect each other. You make decisions together. This is how many children we're going to have. I'm
Mm-hmm.
going to do this. You are going to do that. But a lot of times, maybe these conversations are not had, and we just muddle through. And there's a lot of women, especially, who have passions or they have things they want to do, but they've been held back because of some of these responsibilities. These conversations were not had. So
Yeah.
I like that. Thank you. You know, so my concern is that what are we teaching the next generation of girls coming along? Because
Yeah.
if you're a woman and you think that all that your life is about is to people to see that you're also married so that you flash the ring.
Yeah.
And then something happens, they break up, but your daughters see you running after men. Today, Uncle so and so comes. Tomorrow, Uncle so that comes. When you hear some of the conversations of the young girls, you say, whoa, they got it from somewhere.
Yeah.
So if you want to empower, if you did not do something good and you want to empower your girls, you teach them to be better. It's not teaching them that they should go be all agog and go lord it over a man. But that's not what we're talking about. Their
Mm-hmm.
own self-worth. Because what are you bringing to the table?
Yes.
Or you can be the table yourself, and it is okay.
Mm-hmm.
Though we don't accept it, but it is okay. It's okay to look, every human being, every child who's brought on this earth deserves to be loved, nurtured, and told they are important, they are unique, they are special. There's something in them that
Mm-hmm.
the world needs to see or benefit from. That's what we're talking about.
Yes.
Because as for us, if we carry on these attitudes of insulting women, devaluing women, women are less than, 19 Kojohoho will die and be gone, and Ghana will still be the same, or these communities.
Yeah.
It's a travesty. We need to do better. So, yeah. Yeah. Any other thoughts, comments?
Yeah. It's important to find yourself and understand yourself, because you were talking about this lady Christian program thing. She knows what she's looking for. She's not in a rush to get into anything. So until she's found it, I guess she's not going to get married. And it
Oh,
starts
yeah.
with even the selection process. What are you looking out for in a man? Do you even know what you're looking out for in a man that you want to live the rest of your life with?
hmm
Hi.
Hello, Kwame. Welcome. Good morning. Thanks for joining us.
I think we should give him the chance to talk.
Yeah, he seems muted.
Still muted. We can't hear
Yeah,
you.
we can't hear you.
Hmm.
Oh, that's
Mm-hmm.
odd. Hello? Oh, okay. Hang on. Hello? 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 I'll bring you down and bring you up again. I'm not sure what's going on. Let's try this again.
Yeah.
Hello, Kwame. Can you hear us now? Kwame, we can't hear you still. Oh no.
Is there a way to go to his settings or something?
Oh, it says I can't unmute you because your mic is not connected.
Or maybe when he was coming on, he should
Yeah.
go back, and then
Can you
when
hear me
he's,
now?
oh yeah, we can hear you.
Ah,
Yes, we can.
okay. Okay.
Carry on. Have the platform.
Yeah.
Welcome.
I'm not coming here to rant and express myself. I just wanted to be part of the conversation. So
Okay.
whatever is going on, for me, okay. before I start, because I know you guys want to give me the platform. So first thing that I think is that um, the modern education about what a woman should be has
Mm-hmm.
really um, affected a lot of women in a very negative way.
Mm-hmm.
Um, that most of the left side of everything, or the extreme sides of any political argument or discussion, is pushing other men or women to the extreme side of it.
Mm-hmm.
And I think this should be addressed by us. And that's why I got very passionate about it. Women, as we all know, without them, existence will not be accomplished. Like
Mm-hmm.
without women, without wives,
Mm-hmm.
homes will be wrecked, children will turn into something else,
Mm-hmm.
societies will just break down. So just to get that out of the way.
Okay.
But my main issue is um, when most of us look at issues from a few examples that we've seen.
Mm-hmm.
I've had a lot of my family members be um, victims of abuse and
Mm-hmm.
being unrecognized on um, they're not even cherished in their marriages. A lot of my family members, and it's because of what we see today and
Mm-hmm.
what we compare ourselves to.
Mm.
When I did a little bit of digging and research about
Mm-hmm.
African culture,
Yeah.
most of us draw our lessons and
Mm-hmm.
our inspiration from post-colonial um, incidents. So whatever happened
Mm-hmm.
after our colonialism, where now women have to be whatever our scriptures say, or whatever we've been taught by our mothers who came out from slavery, is what we want to go by today. But before that, we had a culture. We were a people of respect, and loving people. And that is what I wish we could go, or most of us would do our research on, we'll go back to and re-educate ourselves about what a home should be. And then we can also go to the point of redefining the purpose and the importance of a woman at home.
Oh,
Okay.
mhm.
Mm-hmm.
So in your opinion, you feel that it's not a cultural thing. That wasn't our culture, or
I
that
don't
wasn't
think
what
so.
it was supposed to be.
I don't think so.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Well, we did say how it started, and that
Mm-hmm.
made sense because the woman was supposed to be in the nurturer and take care of the home while
Okay.
the man went out. That was how it started. The
Okay.
woman didn't go out to work like before. And I
Yes.
mentioned also that even the Western culture started that way, right?
Mm-hmm.
But things have changed and we can't seem to move away from the fact that the woman is now doing more, or the woman has potential to do more. And so it should balance at the home as well. We're not saying that you're not the head, you are the head, and nobody can take that away from you. Christianity, secular, whatever it is, the man is the head and we are the helpers, right? So if there's a home that I'm going out to work, you're going out to work, we come back, and the man still is sitting down waiting to be served. I'm not saying it's bad to serve your husband, but if you really love me, you would know that I need help at home as well. So you would do whatever to help me. But some men have that mentality. They are men, and so they shouldn't touch anything at home. And I think that it comes from the culture before that we can't seem to get away from,
Yeah.
right? That's what we're saying.
Yeah.
Yes, and that is the problem actually. Um, so I work night shifts,
Right.
and then on my day offs, I decide to stay up all night so that I can keep up with the night shift.
Okay.
So my wife will go to bed. Usually, she likes to go to bed around 8 or 9. She'll go
Okay.
to bed. and leave everything else for me to accomplish because I'll be there watching movies or maybe studying or doing something else.
Right.
And I will take care of the mopping, the cleaning, vacuum, washing dishes, throwing stuff in the dishwasher, and everything.
Right.
And at that time, I can think about my life and everything else. I see the importance, like I feel like I am important, I'm contributing.
Right.
But men who don't really help their wives are really pushing women to the wall because be staying at home and taking care of children, it's like doing two jobs at the same time. It is not
Exactly.
easy. Okay.
Yeah.
So instead of just leaving everything to the woman, why don't we just switch? I go to work, you stay home with the kids. And for me, I cannot stand my kids for more than, you know, and it's true. Most men
It's hard.
are
Yeah.
are not very patient with children.
Yeah.
And a
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
woman, naturally, it
Naturally.
flows like that. And I always
Yeah.
appreciate, I always applaud my wife for being able to, like, she just sits there and thinks through it. And like, okay, you go there. For me, I'm always a disciplinarian. I come out, I'm like, hey, you, stop
Buga
that.
buga.
Hey, you, hey,
Yeah.
why do you talk to my wife like that? Like, just like that.
Mm-hmm.
And they feel a different vibe from
Mm-hmm.
me and my wife because they know that when I come out, they can feel that I love them, but I don't want them to be messing around, you know.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
So
Right.
it's a different feeling. And
Yeah.
as I mean, there's some things that we can also draw from our scriptures, like wife is a help meet, so help meet, you know. So it's like we are equal in the things that we give, but physically and most other things we're not.
Yeah.
But if we put our resources together, then we can build something.
Yes.
So men actually, I don't know, most men are miseducated or they are just lazy men. It is really, really hard to be a real man in this kind of situation.
Mm-hmm.
But my point is, what would you want? Both of you will go out and work and put half of your paycheck to put your kids into nursery or whatever, or one person will stay home, maybe he or she will be a part-time, have a part-time job somewhere, or maybe have a business online. I mean, right now it is really possible,
Yes.
and
Yes.
stay and keep your eyes on the kids while one is toiling out there, maybe working 12 hours to bring the money home. Because it
Mm-hmm.
gets to a point where it doesn't become as hard and as rigorous that, you know, now both of you can go and work because the kids are old enough, they can go to
Right.
school and come back, you know. Because what is happening today is that the system is pushing everyone out to work and leave the
Yes.
kids to those who don't even know what they're doing to raise
Yeah.
our kids for us.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And that is what men and women need to come sit down and decide what we really want
Work for them.
in the home.
Yeah. Yes.
So if and I'll say it and say it again, if you feel undervalued, if you feel that you're being abused, pack your stuff and leave
Yes.
because
Thank you.
we need to learn. Men need to learn. Okay, and sometimes too, some women also look at what they see on social media
Yeah.
and they want to replicate the same thing in their
Yeah.
home. You
True.
need to sit down with your spouse and discuss what you want in the
Mm-hmm.
family, and that will also help us a lot.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Yeah.
Thank you.
Thank
Thank you. You know,
you.
kudos
Yeah.
to you for coming on and
Yes.
clarifying your points. And I commend you. I commend you for what you're doing because it's
Yes.
not a lot of men who have got the memo. But I'll
Mm-hmm.
hazard a guess that you are the new generation. Like some of these things, the older generation of men and women haven't gotten it. And there needs to be the understanding coming together,
Yeah.
to decide what's going on, what your plans are, what to
Works
do,
for
that
you.
type of thing.
Right.
So yes, you've raised some very important points, and thank you. Keep up the good work.
Auntie, you should know me. You should know me.
Yeah, I know you. I didn't
Okay.
know it was you. I didn't know the name. You go by walking the talk. So if I'd seen
Yes,
that, I would have known that,
Oh,
like, is this
walking the
Joel
talk,
Ayim?
eh?
yes, yes, yes. And I love
But
your
you're
book.
coming.
Own it. I love it. I love it.
Thank you. Thank you.
Mhm.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you
Okay.
so much. Do you have any other comments before you jump off?
Um, I don't know. I think we should be very rigorous about our education
Mm-hmm.
because it doesn't boil down to just families. It's a worldwide thing, and I would say
Yes.
this over here. It's a race thing.
Yes.
The other people know what they're doing, and they're
Yes.
preaching something else to our kind. So we need to be very vigilant and see
Mm-hmm.
what they're doing because they took whatever we have, they
Mm-hmm.
love it, and they're implementing it in their homes and then pushing whatever they don't want to us. And we buy the things they don't want. We want
Mm-hmm.
them. And then we fight each other about the things we don't
Mm-hmm.
want, but we live them.
Hmm.
I'm trying to speak in code, but
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
you
Yeah,
get
we
it.
get.
Yeah. We get you.
Yes. Thank you very
Thank
much.
you. Thank you
Thanks.
so much. Take care. Okay.
Okay, you
Bye.
too.
And come again.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. I'll read some comments. Some comments came on, but
Yeah.
if it would have covered Kwame's face. So Tony says, anytime argument. No, actually, he had another one before then. So let me take that first. He says, I just jumped on, but I saw marriage and Mama I was like, let's rush in with this comment. Marriage is never 50-50 from both sides. Sometimes it's 55, 45, 30, 70, and the likes. Partners can never be angels. If you want your spouse to be an angel, then you create heaven for him or her. We're full
Miss.
we're full misra, iniquities, faults, and errors trying to be better. A husband should never limit their wives because of society. Woman got so much to offer in every part of her life. Marriage is biblical. Hey, what is the rest of this?
Yeah.
God, I can't see the rest of it.
Yeah. I
Oh,
just see dots.
yeah.
Mm.
Just give me a sec here. Okay. Okay, I'll go to the next one. Maybe I'll get a look
Yeah.
at anytime argument comes in or confusion setting, just say your partner, I don't agree with you, but I still love you. What you said to me was harsh, but you're still my kind wife or husband. You pissed me off, but I still love you as someone who cares for me. With this mindset, there's no way that a little argument will cause one of us breaking the television in the room or tearing things apart in the house by regretting later. Thank you for that. It is true.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay. And then I think, okay, Life's Dilemma had said parenting needs a step up to train their children. I find families repeating the same pattern. Who's modeling the right values? Thank you. I learned something even better. Marriage is 100.
Yeah.
Thanks.
We give all.
Okay. So it's it's an interesting topic. I don't know if we've dissected it all, but we've said what we can about it. So we'll have to make a decision whether we want to continue this particular topic again. We'll make the decision and let you know. But we have to wrap up. So we're going to do some commercials and then, oh, the feedback is back again. So
Hmm.
we started a new series today, demystifying cultural and religious, some cultural and religious myths, and is marriage and childbirth an accomplishment? So yes, come next week. So let's see. I will start with Sister Adwodo. Sister Adwodo does Abrabomu Nsem. So she was on yesterday. Um, was 3:30, 5:30 p.m. Eastern time. And on Saturdays, she does a marriage program with Reverend Samuel Okoso, and it comes on at 3:30 p.m. Eastern time. Please join her. Reverend Samuel is very, very knowledgeable. He provides deep insights, and we learn a lot from these programs. As well, there's Pastor Patience Edwards. She is an ASEA advocate. ASEA is a product. I use it myself, so I can vouch for it. It helps fortifies the walls of the stomach. It helps with hormonal balance. It controls inflammation and it improves gut health. also digestive enzymes. Then we have Sister, oh, I'm not done there. Pastor P is also a Tap Tap agent. Please use her code when you're sending money. Her code is Lady P, and you will get a discount as well. She's a coach, Blue Ridges Coaching. Please, please patronize her. She's a great coach, very insightful. She will very upright, upfront, and she'll walk you through the paces to live your best life. I can vouch for it. I've done coaching with Blue Ridges, so it's just superb. And then we have lunchtime talks. Sister Wumrekua, she comes on. She has a lot of bangers, just different things. Yesterday, she was talking about people taking their kids home and the things that happen to them. Sister Wumrekua, if you are still on, the story you told about the little girl that you went to give something to her parent, to her aunt, and the aunt said she was not home, but she was in the house. And as you were leaving, she was running after the taxi, and she stopped the taxi and told you that, tell my mom to come and get me. And you gave her a hug. That really touched me. You know what? We need to wake up as parents. This business of I'm going home to go and build houses, let me send my kids back there. You are the best person to look after your child. Don't push your children back there to go face traumas that they come back and can't recover from. Let's do better. Those mansions, your kids won't go and live in them. They are living here. At best, they'll go visit, but they're not going to go fight your family members over property they don't even want. Right.
Mm.
So then there's Sister Sika Educate. Sika does a lot of insightful programs. Please patronize her page. There's Sister Aisha Ankra. Sister Aisha, she's a Juice Plus agent as well as Avon. And then she also does some, what do you call it? She sells other products, kitchenware, luggage, a variety of things. She's in London, so please patronize her. She doesn't do programs of her own, but she always comes on to support the other ladies. And there's Miss Sage, sageshare.com. She does t-shirts, with Ghana, maps of Ghana, maps of Africa, other clothing items, very lovely lady clothing, jewelry, creams. And you know what? Like we always say, the Canadians are still waiting, but we've learned lessons in patience, so we continue to wait. Yeah, please do yours. I
Oh
usually
yeah,
let you go first. I missed that.
that's fine. Wherever it is, they'll still get the information.
Mhm,
Um, yeah, follow my social media pages, Yeah Russell Hints, and it's all about natural health and beauty and financial education now,
mhm,
which I'm willing to, but it's mostly for North America. So
mhm,
if you need information or you need a book, you can send me or Auntie Yaa'S your email address and I'll
mhm.
send the book to you for you to go through
Okay.
and look at the opportunities that we have here. Okay.
Mhm.
All right.
Okay, so you can DM me.
Yeah.
Oh, Tony says continue. Here, pa mommy, me here more knowledge
Why I
on
was
marriage
laughing.
because some of us are marrying because oba no so
Ọtọ anaa ne to so
and an inufun. So
nufusu.
mhm. Yes, I think
We
um
mentioned it
yeah,
previously.
okay. So I think that we will do that. So yeah, we can summarize and
Mm,
be back next week.
okay. Well, I'd say that as a woman, you don't have to um live for. Some of us are living for our parents or whatever they expect
Mhm,
because they expect of you to get married. So at a certain age, you rush into it, and everything else is just that we're not really looking at ourselves
mhm,
and what would be best for us. And there's this comparison trap that we find ourselves
mhm,
in. My friend got married, so I have to. My friend had a baby, and I haven't. You
mhm,
know, at a particular time, and
mhm.
yet we're all running different marathons
Races.
or yeah races, have our own special journeys that we're traveling on.
Mhm,
So just be know yourself and appreciate what you have now. It's better than being miserable all your life and not getting whatever you think you should have, because
Mhm.
not all of us will get married. Not all of us will bear children. We need to understand that. There are other ways of having children. I have a child that I didn't give birth to, and he's still my child. So, yeah, let's just, yeah. So, the first thing is doing your self assessment, knowing who you are, what makes you happy, what fulfills you. That's the most important part. And then you know that will guide you in your choices and decisions. Yeah.
Okay. So yes, we've been talking about marriage and childbirth. Is it an accomplishment for women? Is that a badge of honor, or is it? Is marriage and childbirth a badge of honor for women? And so the main series is demystifying some cultural and religious myths. So we talked about what honor is, the traditional roles, what it means to be a woman today. Is it an accomplishment? And our brother Kwame came on and shared some insights with us. I think that you know what, we need to look at our. Thank you. We need to look at this a little bit more closely. Yes, we've put some things out, but I think next week we need to dig a little deeper. So we'll come back and talk about, marriage, like just the way that it's held. We hold marriage. Are we prepared when we go in? We are not saying we're marriage experts by any means, but these are conversations that need to be had in our
Yes.
community because there's so much pressure. So, you know, um, at the end of the day, you are an individual who came on this earth, be it a man or a woman. You have to remember that you are here for a purpose. It's important to find out what that purpose is. A
Yes.
lot of us, especially women, have rushed into marriages because of pressure. And
Yeah.
then at the end of the day, we're sitting, living lives, mediocre lives, sad lives, and it shows out in various forms. We're toxic out there, yelling, insulting, beating our kids. You know,
Yeah.
I hate to end on this sad note, but it came into my mind just now. I saw something on social media recently about an 11-year-old child who did themselves in. She's gone. And when she did, she wrote to the mother that it was the mother's birthday when she did that. And she said she's wishing her mother a happy birthday. This is the best gift she can give to her mom because the mom said that it's because of her that her father left her. So you see the importance that we place on marriages, that when the marriages break up, we put this pressure on our kids, blame our kids, do all kinds of things. If you have the right focus, and now it's not to blame but it's just a reality we have to
Yeah.
address.
It
And we have
is.
to change our mindset about this marriage. It is not the end all and be all. It is great, but sometimes you are not lucky. If it is not working, find ways to make yourself happy, live your life, fulfill your passions. So
Yeah.
yes, on that note, we will be back next week to be continued. We thank you all for coming on today and for all your support. We appreciate it for your comments. It's been very interactive. And take care and have a good rest of the weekend. Okay,
Yeah.
bye.
Bye.